With just simple weapons at our sides and the mentality of kill and eat or die, the killer instinct would drive us into herds of potentially lethal prey outnumbered and mismatched against thousands of hooves, antlers, and teeth. Have we lost the same killer instinct that enabled our early ancestors to prevail against all odds? Or is it still there waiting for the ideal opportunity to strike? It definitely is. Fast forward past the agricultural revolution, the Bronze Age, the first civilizations, the Crusades, the Renaissance, the moon landing, and the World Wide Web to the present day. A predator lurks silently in the code of our DNA, stalking us like a lion in the grass. However, talking about having a natural killer instinct and thriving on it has nearly become tabloid acceptable. Do you discuss yours in public? Utilizing terms and phrases like devoted, determined, or adhering to your plan is much simpler today. In this video, we'll define, analyze, and talk about releasing your natural killer instinct. Fortunately, most of us no longer depend on hunting and gathering to subsist thanks to our predecessors' early successes. In our daily rush and bustle, the killer instinct can therefore rather easily go dormant, but it doesn't imply we should completely disregard it. After all, the killer instinct is simply described as a merciless ambition to succeed or win by the Oxford Dictionary. We also concur that using your killer instinct to your advantage is the key to success. Two different types of motor racing drivers will be used as a comparison between those who have and have not tamed their murderous instinct. We'll refer to them as pacers and racers. A set of drivers known as pacers are those who have not yet totally tamed and unleashed their deadly instinct, while racers are those who have. Of course, everyone enjoys winning, but the difference between pacers and racers is that the latter need to prevail virtually at any costs. Pacers don't like losing, whereas racers hate losing. Examine the interviews of individuals who finished in second or third place the next time you watch NASCAR or Formula 1. Either they'll be mildly saddened but fine with coming in second, or they'll be so overcome with grief and disappointment that it will seem nearly impossible for them to lose. Winning is a great result for pacers. For racers, victory is the only possible result. Winning is crucial to racers. They achieve success because they have an unwavering need to win and an intense dislike of losing, which drives them to put forth the most careful planning and unrelenting preparation to maximize their performance in order to triumph. That person has learned to control their deadly instinct. However, this raises the question of whether it's healthy to always show a killer instinct. Because, well, let's be honest, competition, whether at the high level of a professional sport or at the low level of a leisure activity, is always present, and it can be challenging to know when to let your killer instinct loose. Some will say that showing a killer instinct while playing soccer at a company barbecue is a little over the top. You should definitely decide on this, but periodically ask yourself, am I here to have fun, or am I here to win? If the soccer game isn't taken too seriously, you can discover that everyone can enjoy it more. Here, winning is pointless. Instead, everyone is more interested in what is sizzling on the grill. However, when the pressure is on to do well at the office or the drawing board, especially when your competitor is the same person you outperformed at the workplace barbecue by accident, it is time to use your killer instinct. You've had your enjoyment, and now it's time to win. Select your battles wisely, and when the time comes, give it your all. Choosing the correct time is equally important to picking your conflicts. Your killer instinct may need to be present for a while in some situations. While putting together a presentation or developing an idea, that relentless momentum can keep you going for days. As you race against time to finish a task, it comes and goes in waves, but it's always present, always there. There is, however, occasionally a more advantageous time to strike and a technique to achieve it, just like for the lion hiding and waiting in the grass. Additionally, it can be difficult to get it perfect the first time. This may seem a little out of the killer instinct attitude, but bear with us for just a minute. Do you recall your first attempt at flipping a pancake in a frying pan? There were definitely many errors and many inedible pancakes, unless you're superhuman or something. When you first tried it, you might have had a small fear that you might send the pancake too high and end up with an aerial kitchen catastrophe. The pancake scarcely budged from the pan as a result, and instead it just folded over on itself. The second time around, perhaps you were a little too confident and sent the pancake flying, completely missing the pan and making a new cooktop decoration in the process. Finally, after successfully flipping the pancake, you might have discovered that you did so a little too late, exposing a nice charred underbelly to an otherwise pristine pancake. Although perfecting the pancake flip appears simple, there's something deeper involved. First, you must determine the ideal time to flip based on your knowledge and intuition. The pancake is then turned over while maintaining a degree of concentration that enables the ideal pan catch without spilling, employing a lot of confidence but not too much power. Yes, practice, patience, and much more practice are needed for this. However, if you repeatedly recreate this approach, eventually your pancake flipping skills will become perfect. A killer instinct's ability to strike at just the right moment and with exactitude is essential. Additionally, this method may be used on a much wider scale, whether it be for activities like racing a car, catching a gazelle, writing an article, or delivering a presentation. However, this does take a lot of time. Will there be setbacks and challenges as I build and hone my killing instinct? Obviously, there will be. However, they can only be failures if you let them. Just look at Thomas Edison, one of the most admired business people and inventors of all time, a man with a stoic demeanor and a mindset that genuinely embodies a killer instinct. Will he be remembered as a failure? He undoubtedly tried more times than he succeeded to create a light bulb. One success came finally after 10,000 failures, yet that one success altered the course of history. And if they result in the eventual victory, they can't be viewed as failures, can they? After all, he is recognized as having once declared, "I have not failed 10,000 times. Obstacles and emotions will have a significant impact on the development of your killer instinct. I've successfully found 10,000 ways that will not work." There won't always be no obstructions in the road, and the traffic lights won't always turn completely green as you travel. Always be prepared and flexible. If a barrier is placed in your path, learn how to scale it, maneuver around it, or pass through it. Stopping and turning around is just not an option. Keep going. When feelings start to surface, accept and acknowledge them. However, resist letting them impede your development. Either develop the skills to use them as fire for your fire or completely ignore them. Remember, it's practically essential to harness your killer instinct in the world of business. Take a cue from the 16th century Japanese swordmaster Miyamoto Musashi. Whatever frame of mind you are in, think only of cutting. It's a dog-eat-dog, fast-paced, and occasionally extremely nasty, just like in the world of competitive athletics. Your competitors are devoted to doing everything in their power to prevent you from succeeding. They share our killer instinct after all. They want to put forth more effort than you, outperform you intellectually, and surpass you in success. People who constantly think about other people's achievement are less likely to succeed themselves. And even if it might not always be this way, having this in mind is a really wise method to advance. You can become invincible by overcoming your difficulties, controlling your emotions, picking your battles, picking the proper moment, knowing yourself, and understanding your opponent. And lastly, you shouldn't be ashamed of or fearful of your killer instinct. Each and every one of us carries it in our DNA. Additionally, if employed properly, it can make you a very dangerous opponent. Don't be hesitant to talk about it. Practice being at ease, discussing winning, preparing for success, and your goals with others. Some folks will be by your side during the entire process. Others won't like the change, so keep them around. They'll make fun of you, undermine your objectives, and drag you down. Remove them from your life right now. While winners concentrate on winning, losers concentrate on the winner. If you enjoyed this content and you're wanting for more, click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss out any of our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.